Hey y'all, thank you very much for tuning in. We've experienced something very strange around here recently. We have a ton of phone calls and emails coming in on people who maybe haven't touched their AR anytime soon. And because they haven't, they didn't realize they may have still had a bump stock on there. To be completely compliant, you have to remove the bump stock and destroy it or turn it in. Now, don't be intimidated with pulling it off and disposing of it or turning it in. I'm only here to show you how to take it off so it's not intimidating. On your bump stock, which we don't have now because it would be a felony to have a bump stock or even just the block. We can't even have that to show you. What you'll do is you'll grab on the entire bump stock, which will all be connected. You're going to grab this, pull it up, and the entire unit will come off as one unit right off of the entire block up front. If you have a mod, your switch is going to be up here. And if you have an SBS or OGR or a bump fire system stock, it's going to be right there. It's going to look like this with only a block here. Now, I've already removed the spring that goes in. It's for a detent, and I've already moved that. Typically, you'd have just a block here. Don't be intimidated. Simply pull that screw out at that point, and as you pull that out, you're going to have to be aware there's a little hole right there that has that little spring in it, and they fly all over the place. We've all done it. Anyone watching this will tell you that they've done it. There's a detent in here that holds your safety selector in place. So when you pull your bump stock off and you remove your block, being very careful of that spring, you're then going to want to take your regular standard pistol grip, and there's a hole that you'll see right here. That hole matches up with where that detent is. If you'll put that spring in there, just like that, line up with that, it'll fit right in nice and easy. So it's in that hole. At that point, you simply take your Allen or whatever screw you're using. We always use Allens around here. And simply screw your new pistol grip or your old furniture, as we call it. Since it used to be all wood, we call it furniture. That's where that term comes from. Do you know that, Tom? Mm-hmm. Yeah, hold on. So I'm going to tighten this down. And that pistol grip is on. We're simply going to take any standard rear stock. It could be a standard stock or an upgrade. You pull out that pin, slide that back on, and you are now completely compliant. So once again, it may not follow with compliant rules in California or New York, but if you want to remove your bump stock, that's exactly how it's done.